Yeah, I am a bit apprehensive of the AFREECA FREECS draft here, because I feel like the way that they guaranteed win this game, they feel still very much could. They take the game.
Well, we'll just have to see how it goes. DRX have their very weird and wonderful roster situation. They've picked two top laners, I guess, theoretically, in this game. Two bruisers, which is what we were expecting based on the outcome. Renekton, extraordinary.
But he honestly should be looking to get like the bounce and then let the wave shove back into him, because really need to respect.
Oh no. Well, I think Destroy's dead, ladies and gentlemen. That is not exactly how you want things to go in your first game, but Keen really asserting his dominance, and I don't think anyone's surprised.
We're not. And unfortunately, Better Man, not enough action in of itself, and yeah, Keen sees the early game Renex and he's like, but you have no health. And I've won the trades, and what are you doing?
Even dings 3 so that he can have some celebratory oranges as soon as he gets some mana. The problem with this isn't the fact that Destroy's getting pushed in, it's the fact that Gangplank gets to have a free laning phase and just gets to build all of his really fun items and have a great time. And yeah, Destroy's, I mean, it's 2 more bullets and he dies. As there's the flash forward, passage there, Destroy's gonna flash for fun, and Keen is gonna get a solo kill under the turret. Earlier today, and I was thinking, look, I get it, but I also don't at the same time.
On everything about this as well, right? Like, he has the corrupting pot ticking, he knows he's gonna ding 6 for the extra.
Thing that doesn't ultra scale is the Udyr, but Udyr has Orianna and Karma to augment him in the later stage, and we're seeing the power here as the Gangplank's there with the cannon barrage, there's a shockwave, Keen's also just gonna follow on through, flies gifted over the kill because Keen likes to share the wealth, and Destroy was
mindset to get that done. Shoved in mid lane, shoved in on bot lane. Teleport is available though.
Yep, Serpent's Fang also completed now as Keen's going to dive on in. Facebreaker onto Dread, who's just going to get some boots there, but there's a 2-man shockwave. Cannon barrage going to land. Koshik immediately exhausted as the true shot barrage is going to sail by majestically. Unfortunately, DRX had already backed away, so it's not going to find any joy. And this is what a freak mind. Yeah,
fight.
Leo pressed his arcane shift, flash and heal buttons, and he was K. Now Dread is just running pretty aggressively into the enemy jungle. Bao in a lot of trouble. That's an optimistic teleport from Keen, or is it? Bao's really dead. Oh, Keen's put into the bouncy castle though and is taken down. Goodbye perfect game yet again. As the Gangplank does throw his life away. Now Destroy. Oh no. This is handbag territory right now. He's looking to taxi through onto Lehens, who is now in a host of trouble. Okay, I take it all back. Maybe, just maybe, it's the turnaround. As AFREECA FREECS still liking their opportunities, but it's 4 versus 3. Leo needs to get some work done. That's a 2-man shockwave though. Beautiful stuff from Fly, who now wants to take down Pyoshik. Destroy might be the consolation prize, and absolutely is. So, the wallets were very heavy. AFREECA certainly with a few whoopsies there in that little exchange, but they'll still get the Infernal Soul, and they're still on track to winning this game.
Every AFREECA fan, they saw that moment and were like, no, not like last
Some
play.
clenching definitely happened.
Not again. If I see how that works.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another fight. This might, oh my goodness. Okay, well, goodbye bottom lane.
As I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted by AFREECA running all over DRX.
They are indeed. Shirilda's Grudge now completed for Keen, who has 3 items done. That's double the items that Destroy has. Completed. 202 just quietly for Keen, for Fly, sorry, as well. And the Baron is well and truly dead. Neutral objectives, certainly something that they've had a monopoly on, as Leo looking for Pyoshik here, who is just going to pounce past. Leo just missing a few of these, as the spear is not going to be missed, but still there is an Inspire Shield from Lehens, and he's just way out. Let's have a look at how this all started, as Dread ran on in, and Cannon Barrage is going to make things really, really rough for Bao and Becker.
And here we see the power of the composition and why going into this game we were like, you start to shine. Where the early game advantage that DRX have been able to build up kind of.
Oh no.
Here is
Kingan's on some vision. Showstopper is going to get some space there as he goes golden just to celebrate for a few moments and delay the inevitable.
That's a JoJo pose if I've ever seen one. Really appreciate that from King and giving us something to talk about, you know?
At this stage of the game. Not going to be able to find that. That's 10 gold for Destroy. As Dread just wanders on forward. Troll Ward goes in, might be a little bit optimistic, but missed by a lot of the abilities. The Cannon Barrage goes down. Koshik soaking way too much damage, but Keen is immediately taken down. Destroy now in some trouble though as Leo just trying to fight this one out. Front to back, the double with the True Shot Barrage. Misses a few skill shots, but hits the ones that he needs to as there's the Inspire. Trying to get Leo to close the gap, but AFREECA still winning out on the fight. That's a lot of damage. As those first 3 items, man, the item spike is just revolting. 6-0-0 on this Ezreal, and they'll take down their second inhibitor. It's feeling like a bit of a for-fun game for Keen, as that flash was absolutely necessary. Leo going to avoid the spear. Now we'll see whether we play it by the book or whether AFREECA are going to try and go for the end of the game. Freaks, I think, just Leo, who does throw a True Shot Barrage into the ether, but at least he's able to avoid a lot of these skill shots as well. And goodbye, Elder. That one's going to be collected. Goodbye, Nexus Turret as well, as Destroyer's going to come down. Look to see whether he can save it. See how that one does go. Does get the attention of the Super Creep, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to be taken down. So AFREECA now with the Elder, and 1 Nexus Turret between them and a 30-minute very comfortable victory over DRX. Let's see whether they just close it out right here. There is 40 seconds on the Baron though, boys. Come on, we could go grab a Baron, couldn't we? As there's a dredge line. Depth charge come through as well. That's a lot of space gained by Leo, who goes golden. Kingan's in a bit of trouble here. Haymaker to try and keep himself alive, but it's not going to work. Destroy will be destroyed. It's a double kill for Fly, as now Dread looking to try and find someone to boop. Not quite able to. Chains of Corruption basically ignored here by the Udyr, who's pretty tanky. Especially when he can get into that turtle stance. It's Shockwave onto a couple. Goodbye, Mr. Varus. As Fly is going to celebrate by dying to a fountain. And AFREECA Freeks will obliterate game 1.
What can you do after a game like that, Atlas? Rex, who kind of need to play from there.
We'll see whether they are going to be able to do it. Both of these teams, theoretically, with 2 marksmen on the roster. Experimentation for DRX, and now we are going to see their main roster in full flight, and we'll see whether it does bring us to a game 3 here on our final match of the first week of LCK Summer 2021. This is a 5-man. I like it. You got Braum. And so therefore, do something level 1.
The Guarding Wolf. I like it. It's not the...
Oh, Kingan actually spotted out Lehens there in the Baron pit. I like it. Keen. This is a wraparound if ever I've seen one.
I mean, Pyoshik knows. It's like, you see Lee Sin walking up here like,
yeah, they got pinged. If they don't manage to get a kill or anything here, then it's exactly what you were talking about. It's no mark for the Kindred. It's triple buff and double scuttle, but Keen is going to face check this. Immediately, he's ignited as they're taking a lot of damage from the minions. The flash does come out as Keen's trying to get it back. He's down extraordinarily low. The snips out of range. And now Dread's here. Pyoshik's in a bit of trouble now as there's the flash. The Q will connect, and now Kingan is next on the menu. Oh my goodness, it was a gamble, and unfortunately it was Snake Eyes for DRX.
Oh, and he needs to...
Possibly assuming.
Something.
But instead, it was the kills. As we're going to check out Keen's Pro View. As, yeah, this snip. Oh my goodness, just out of range.
나 킨드 프리스 나 텔로 와야 돼. 걔 점화 있다 진혁아.
Of course, he's off the board. 10 seconds on this Ocean Drake.
That's interesting.
Okay. That's Chains of Corruption landing. And the Glacial Fissure is going to come through as well. Sonic Wave doesn't connect, but that's a lot of poke damage down onto DRX. And Koshik especially, but he does still have Lamb's Respite. It looks like AFREECA getting closed in upon. As Becca goes in, Zenith Blade is there, Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto just Dread. As Keen is going to give Becca and Kingan a back massage. That's about all it is right here. And And now it's DRX able to turn onto the 3 members of AFREECA Freeks. AFREECA now moving on over, not going to quite find the shockwave as Lamb's Respite comes in. Pyosik gets the heal back, and AFREECA still finding it. Leo gets the empowered Q, and goodbye Pyosik. Took a lot more of that side lane style. I think this is the first time we've seen Nash's second here in the LCK. It was the thing that I really wanted first, is Bao taking so much damage here. As actually, we're also going to connect the Chains of Corruption. Becca has to break his stopwatch, but I don't even know whether it's going to be enough. Still taking so much damage, and Leo, just the tip is enough to take down the Leona. His namesake. It felt a bit weird saying Leo took down Leo, but it happened as there is a back stopped by Pyosik. Dips in the night. Kingen knew that it wasn't the time yet. We'd only just ticked over as, okay, pop goes the Pyosik. Not even allowed to press his R button. Okay, no respite for you. And now Kingen is forced to come back with the rest of the team, and this is the problem. If AFREECA are successful, then they get to take free dragons like this.
And this is where I guess the dragon fight actually pays off, because now they don't lose soul point, they just lose, or sorry, they don't lose soul, they just lose soul point.
Commit is the question, is Kingen back into the fog of war? And Leo, of course, he's got his Edge of Night. He's actually feeling pretty comfortable here, as there's the turn. The teleport comes in from Kingen, though, so the punish is not going to be massive. Becca, though, gets tagged with the Q. He's going to get taken down. Dread does go golden. The rest of the team wrapping around, though, as there's the kick flash. Bao picks up the kill with the flash, though, and there's the shockwave. It's decent, but not quite enough, as Pyosik this time presses the R button. Lahens hanging out there in that Lamb's Respite to keep himself alive. And in the end, it is a 1-for-1. Jungler for support, though, and means that Baron pressure is null. Zhonya's, wonder if it's BIS or not, as there are a couple of little wardy things here. But the Baron has been started off yet again. Some vision available here, as we can see. As Becca and Kingen going on over, and there's a control ward in the pit now. It is going to be a 50-50, but it's won by Dread. No, it wasn't, in fact, because that was Kingen. The dive done in, so not able to get there was Pyosik, and that is just going to be Baron picked up for free by the AFREECA Freeks.
And that was super excited at the prospect of there being another, like, legitimately super strong, because his team
Dread
is
could be in trouble, but no, flies there.
easily.
And yeah, no issue there at all. Shockwave not going to be able to find the mark as Q connects onto Pyosik. Doesn't have ult, remember, but survives for so long. The flash out, and Dread's going to survive. You thought it was a whiff Shockwave, but in the end it's successful as Fly goes golden. There's the knockup from the Glacial Fissure. Solka uses his, but he is going to be taken down. Zhonya's not enough. And DRX now limping towards their fountain. Keen, I think, accidentally attacked a minion there, but Becca is just going to be given a free pass at this moment. It may not stop these Nexus turrets from just evaporating to the double 80 carries out of AFREECA. Kingen gets slowed down, another circle is in place. But Keen's very keen on getting into it. There's the kick into the fountain for Bao, who's now trying to find some rockets, but it ain't going to work. And that will be AFREECA finding the 2-0 over DRX.
AFREECA